Hi guys, today I am going to be ranking and performing my top 5 guitar solos from Be Here Now by Oasis. But first, a quick dedication. This video is for a very talented young musician and guitarist from Wales by the name of Chris Buck. This past week, Chris released a video uncovering the secret guitar chord Noel Gallagher uses in the bridge of Don't Look Back in Anger. He delved into old videos of Noel to establish which finger positions he was using.
We have to look at a live video from the 1990s. He's taken a G and moved it up one fret, but if we play that, it's absolutely hideous and also clearly wrong.
The best bit of footage I've been able to find is from an Oasis show at Wembley Stadium in the year 2000, where, for all of the world, it looks like Noel just simply moves a G-sharp major shape up one fret, which, if you play that, sounds like this.
He narrowed it down, trying a few variations to see which one was right.
The What's the Story Morning Glory songbook that I purchased in the 1990s as a teenager tried to tell me it was this, which is a G-sharp diminished, but it wasn't that.
It could be a G-sharp diminished, which, for what it's worth, is what the official Oasis songbook tells you it is.
And eventually settled on this, the Noel Gallagher secret chord.
Now for this to work, you have to use your index finger to only mute the A string. So you get 4th fret, dead, the D, the 4th fret of the G, and the open B and E.
Technically speaking, it is an E dominant 7 with a G sharp in the bass, which on a fretboard and on a chord diagram translates to this.
Well done him. Now don't get me wrong, I quite like Chris. He's a top musician and a great guitarist. But as it turns out, he's also a cheeky bastard. So Chris, this one's for you. And with that out of the way, let's take a look at Be Here Now. This album and its accompanying tour showcases Noel Gallagher at his peak as a lead guitarist. At the time of making it, the band were constantly listening to Led Zeppelin, and that influence seems to have bled through into Noel's playing. Of course, the raucous production of Be Here Now sometimes makes it a bit difficult to clearly hear the guitar parts down in the mix. So what I've done today is a stripped down rebuild of the solo section of each track so that you can hopefully clearly hear what's going on the lead guitar. However, because I'm not a drummer, and because on the album the drums are often quite low in the mix, with the sound being blown out by other instruments in places, I've had to significantly simplify Alan White's drum parts in places just because I couldn't really clearly hear what was going on. But hopefully I've got somewhere close enough for a backing track at least. So, in at number 5, it is track 2 on the album, My Big Mouth. The band performed this at Nebworth, and it's one of my favourites on the album. Just a monumental wall of rock, and in my opinion, a brilliant tune. So, here we go. The main guitar solo from My Big Mouth. In at number 4, it's a short but sweet guitar solo from, along with My Big Mouth, my equal favourite on the album, a song called I Hope I Think I Know. This track boasts one of Liam Gallagher's best vocal takes from the era. It sounds a bit like something off Definitely Maybe to me, and it's a massive shame that it didn't get more exposure live. So here we go, the guitar solo from I Hope I Think I Know. In at number 3, it's the guitar solo from the opening track, Do You Know What I Mean? As with many tracks on the album, Noel played this solo with a wall of distortion and a wah pedal. And adding in a wah, of course, just added to the static and the electrical storm in the background of overloaded songs like this one. I've chosen not to use a wah on any of these solos just for the sake of clarity, and so that you can hear that what he plays is actually reasonably technical and very catchy. Here we go. In at number 2, it's the final full track from the album, a song called It's Getting Better Man. This is a much more clearly mixed song on the album, so you get much more definition between the instruments, which is helpful. They also performed this song in their Live at Air Studios set, and I actually far preferred that version to the original. Just like several other tracks on this album, really raw and powerful and driving, a song that probably wouldn't have been out of place on Definitely Maybe. Now, I did recently upload this solo on a different video that, for various reasons, I ended up having to take down. Loads of you requested that I repost the solo, so here it is. And in at number 1, it's the 2-part call and answer dueling guitar solo in, don't shoot me, Magic Pie. This is a song that always divides the room in the Oasis world. Some people consider this to be one of the worst Oasis songs ever made, whereas others, like me, love it and think it's mad but great. When it was released, Noel absolutely loved it too, constantly rating it in interviews as one of his best tunes, up there with the likes of Live Forever. As Britpop declined and came to an end, however, he gradually stopped talking about the song in such glowing terms, but personally, I think he was right. The mix was always just utterly mental, but as a song, I think it's a piece of late 90s Sgt. Peppery psychedelic indie genius. So here we go. Last of all, it's the dueling guitar solos from Magic Pie, in at number 1. And that's it guys, thank you for watching. Let me know in the comments below if there's a different solo that you feel I've missed that should have been in the top 5. And as always, I'll see you next time.